Washington, D.C. has implemented a new bill aimed at regulating group travel within its areas. Under this new bill, individuals can't travel in groups of more than two people and will be subject to specific guidelines and regulations. This bill, which comes as a response to growing concerns regarding public safety and security, is seen to streamline the movement of larger groups while ensuring the well-being of both residents and visitors in the city.
I think it's going to affect people, especially at nighttime, because even before the bill passed, I experienced police coming up to me and telling me to stop, whether I was going through a back alleyway or I was on a U Street main road. It doesn't even matter. So now that they have more of a right in their minds to do this, I think it's only going to get worse. Like nightlife after DC, coming out the club, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., that might be where all this stuff goes down.
Reporting here live in the heart of Washington, D.C., where there is a new law restricting individuals from traveling in groups bigger than two. This is affecting students, residents, and also families that live within the city. As the city goes more into this controversial issue, some people feel like it will have a huge impact on daily life.
For law officials, the bill is representing a step towards addressing long-standing challenges associated with public safety. They see it as a necessary measure to ensure that the city remains accessible and welcoming to all. However, there are residents and students who view the implementation of these regulations through an aspect of racial inequality. They argue that the enforcement of these measures are targeting communities of color and showing a cycle of watching and controlling these specific groups that shows historical patterns of discrimination.
For personal freedom, it doesn't really go for personal freedom at all. It's not an advantage, it's a disadvantage because you're not able to wear whatever you want, and you're not able to walk with the person you want to walk with or, do anything that you usually do on a day-to-day basis.
I think the bill is difficult. So I think it has the opportunity to be great and also an opportunity to be a hindrance. You could feel as though a person of color that this might be a target on you. But at the same time, it's also an opportunity to keep large groups from gathering and hurting anyone, which is understandable. The flash mobs that have been happening around the country. There's also the conversation when it comes to large groups working together to take over a restaurant or just being a nuisance. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're out to do harm, but they're just being a nuisance, and that's understandable.
As the District of Columbia navigates the complexities of its new bill on group-sized travel, the voices of residents come with a spectrum of opinions. While some view it as a necessary measure to ensure public safety, others express concerns about its potential impact on marginalized communities. As the city moves forward, the dialogue surrounding this controversial issue remains vital, emphasizing the need for policies that balance security with equity. Thanks for viewing. I'm Anihya Clark.